All right. So today we're talking about demand. So what is demand? All right, and this is all part, supply and demand is all part of how the market works. So the main topic of today is demand. And we're going to be looking at some various sub-points of demand. All right. So don't write anything right this second. Just pause, look up here. So how does demand work? All right, so let's think for a second. How many people do you think wanted to buy scalp tickets to see the Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Dodgers play in the 2017 World Series? Scalp tickets means that you buy them at a higher value than the face value. Well, okay, all the tickets are sold out. The game's sold out, and all the tickets that are left are scalped, so you have to pay a higher value. It's in Houston. What's happened what happened recently in Houston? The hurricane. All right, so more than half the nation is pulling for who to win? The home team at the time, Houston. So how many people do you think are willing and able? Anyone who doesn't already have a ticket? Yeah. And then is able. All right. So you would think everyone that's a Houston Astros fan that doesn't already have a ticket that's willing to buy it. All right. But most fans aren't going to be willing to pay 4 or 5 times the normal ticket price. Are you willing to throw out 4 or 5 times the normal ticket price to see your favorite band? Some people, yeah. Some people, yeah. What about 4 or 5 times to see your favorite sports player play one more game before they retire? Some people, yes. Some people, no. All right? So it's all about what the consumer, you, the person who's consuming the item, is willing and able to buy at. All right? So demand is the consumer's point of view. All right, so demand, consumer's point of view. Just like we talked about with supply is whose point of view? Producer or seller. Demand is the consumer's point of view. How you doing? All right. It's so consumer, huh? Consumer is you as the buyer. All right, consumer is you as the buyer. So this is anything we want to buy depends on the price, right? If it costs $5 to go to the basketball game, are you willing to pay that? $3. But area play is $5, right? Even during area play? Yeah. Okay, so $3.
I thought you had to pay more for away games.
All right, so if it's $3 to get in every game, are you willing and able to pay that? Or would you rather pay $20 at the beginning of the season for a card that gets you into all the basketball games? $20, because it's, yeah. It may be more, but that would include all home games. So when you start adding them up, 3, 6, 9, 12, so forth and so on, how many home games do you have? How many home games? More than 7? More than 7 home games? If you have more than 7 home games, then it's better to buy the card. If you have less than that, it's... Yeah. So it'd be better in this case for you as the consumer to purchase the higher value because you're getting more bang for your buck rather than paying individually for every single game. All right, so what does demand look like? All right, just like supply, we have a demand schedule. All right, remember yesterday or the other day when we looked at supply schedules? Yesterday when we were graphing, I gave you the table, had price and quantity. All right, and then you had to graph it. All right. Well, a demand schedule is just similar to a supply schedule. So with a demand schedule, it is the table showing how much of a good or service consumers will want to buy at different prices. That's what it is. All right?
Gooder?
I didn't say gooder. I said of a good or service. Yeah, I would write this part down. And if you want to, you can go ahead and copy down the demand schedule if you would like to. Because I'm also going to give you the corresponding graph with it here in a second.
Oh my God, it's swing your shoe game right now. It's telling me I'm very proud of you.
Thank you.
Just flex one time. Flex one time.
I'm good. I'm good. All right, so at $100, which is typically the price value of a normal ticket for, say, a concert, for a high-profile band, all right, the quantity of tickets demanded is 20,000, all right? But as the price rises, fewer people are willing and able to buy at each price, all right? So this is definitely different looking at the demand schedule than the supply schedule, because we saw as the price rose, they supplied less or more. They supplied more of the product. Here, as the price rises, fewer people are buying. All right? You having a good day? Emily, what's so funny? I mean, we know. No, stop. You can say everything you want. I can go back in and edit it all. Mute background noise. All right. Are we good? All right, so what does the demand look like? So continuing with the same topic here, what does demand look like? All right, the demand curve, just like the supply curve, is the curve that connects each point on the graph. So this is the demand curve. All right, and it corresponds to the demand schedule so that we can see at $100 here, 20,000 people are wanting tickets. All right. At $150, 15,000. At $200, 250, so forth and so on. All right. Now, a demand curve is what? It's always going up or down? Down. So D equals downward. So demand equals down. It's going to be a downward sloping line, where supply is up. All right, so D, so demand, so demand equals down on the graph. It's the line is going down.